everybody, and welcome back to Sweet Cheat Sheets. It's time for another vegan versus classic showdown, holiday edition. Today we're making gingerbread cookies, warm, festive, cozy. And it all starts with the dough, so let's begin. There aren't many differences in this recipe, but the first one shows up fast. For the classic, we're using milk butter, while for the vegan, we swap it out for coconut butter. Then we cream each one with the sugar until it comes out nice and smooth. Just giving it a quick mix to make sure everything's evenly worked in. Next comes the flour. And now for the final difference between our recipes. For the classic, I'm using honey, while for the vegan, I'm using maple syrup. Then it's just the last few ingredients: baking soda, cinnamon, and of course, ground ginger. Now we mix it all up, and here's where the texture starts to show. The classic dough is firmer, it holds its shape much more easily, while the vegan one is softer, a little sticky even. If you've seen my vegan versus classic banana bread video, this shouldn't surprise you. Coconut butter just has a way of transforming the texture, turning it tender and more of a melt in your mouth kind of feel. Once the dough is fully mixed, roll it into a bowl and place it in the fridge to rest and firm up for at least 30 minutes. For this, I usually go with Ziploc bags. They're easy to reuse and just a bit less of a hassle than plastic wrap. Side by side, we can see the vegans more pliable and a touch deeper in color. It's time to get rolling. First, flour your surface generously. Then, it's time for the dough. Even chilled, the vegan dough is easy to work and shape. And the classic, hard as a brick. Rolling the vegan dough proves to be a bit of a challenge. It clings to the roller and cracks on the pull. But the classic, it glides across the surface with a little wave just for show. Now comes the fun part, time to make some cookies. My amazing husband made this custom cookie cutter just for me, and I mean, look how cute it is. The mascot never looked yummier. After cutting, I pull away the extra dough and set it aside for the next roll. Then it's time for the details. First the eyes, then the cheeks, and finally the mouth. Although the first one came out a little off-center. Oopsie! But I got the hang of it by the next one. For the vegan batch, I added tiny pig marks. Since I'm making both batches for a friend's getaway, this way I can tell them apart. Just look at these cute little guys. A little quirky, a little polished, but all hot. Once all the cookies are shaped and ready, it's time to bake. Pop them into a preheated oven and let the magic happen. While the cookies bake, it's time for the finishing touches, the icing. This one's as simple as it gets, just icing sugar and lemon juice. Then whisk it together until smooth. Want it a bit runnier? Add more juice. Thicker? A touch more sugar. Just going over it by hand to make sure everything's well mixed. It's clinging on to dear life, huh?
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
Fresh out of the oven, and they smell incredible. Warm, festive, and impossible to resist. Side by side, you can really see the little differences, but both look delicious. At a closer look, we can see how this time the coconut butter actually helped the vegan cookies hold their shape better while baking. Once our cookies have cooled down completely, and I mean completely, it's time to ice. Take a little bit of icing, as you can always add more if you need, and gently spread it out till the edges. One down, a few more to go. Not all of them are getting iced. I like giving my friends a few options to pick from. Look at him! Absolutely adorable. The baking's done, the scent is still lingering. Let's unwrap the magic. And there they are, both golden and absolutely tempting. But you can already spot the differences. The classic hits you with that deep, buttery warmth, honey notes that linger, while the vegan held up beautifully with its tender texture and rich mouthfeel. But if we're talking crowd favorites, the vegan technically won this showdown, though the classic didn't stick around for much long either. Both were gone by the end of the day. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy holidays to you and yours.